Good afternoon, traders. Today is February 12th. I am recording ABC Bullish Patterns for this week, I guess, starting from tomorrow, 13th, and probably they actually work for quite a few days. But first, let's take a look at S&P. S&P is, I guess, still showing quite a bit of resilience. And I guess, since it has not shown any kind of retracement so far, except one day last week, so that it tells itself tells me that it's probably heading much higher. So the now next targets what we will look for it is the 1551. As I said, I actually do not have any positions in S&P, but I am actually going to maintain my stock positions and see how it works out. The next one, let's look at it, is the gold. Gold had a pretty dramatic reversal today, but I was actually a bit surprised because this one showed quite a bit of a breakdown yesterday. Although I'm not still counting this pattern out until it trades below this 1628. So I guess I don't have a position again, but I will wait for it and see if it retrades it above the 1692. That's the only time I will take a long position. I will not take a short position either when it trades below 1628, but we'll wait and see because right now it is trading below 200 period moving average. Let's look at QM. QM showed quite a bit of strength today. I guess it is reaching to my first target levels, which is a 98.8 and 102.7. This is the target zone I'm looking for. So I'm still holding on to USO options. Let's look at CVX in that sense. CVX also reversed today, so it is actually now trading in the first target zone between 114 and 118.5. So I guess this is where I was expecting that it would probably reach this 118 and then probably see some type of resistance, but we'll see how it works out. Let's look at Intel. This is something which I've taken positions just today. What we have is we have like a target of a 2122 is the entry. This is almost like a really perfect ABC bullish pattern, and here we have a 6162. It's very close to like the perfect fib ratio. And then so the next targets for this one I'm looking at is between 23 and 23.5, and that would be the first targets. Let's look at IMAX. IMAX, I have posted this at least 2-3 weeks ago, I guess, and I think it's one of my first stock which I've been posting it, and so here it's already trading above this 100. The first target zone, which is 23.5 and 24.5. So the next target zones are 26.5 and 28.5. So that's what I'll be looking for it, and today it went up by about a $0.50. This is an interesting stock. This is the one which I was waiting for it to actually reverse it just before the earnings. It didn't happen, and this one has a inverse head and shoulder pattern, and the neckline being here at this $54 level. 54.16 is the price range, so I will be waiting for it. And if you are going to trade this inverse head and shoulder pattern, we must wait for it to actually trade above this 54.16 in order to take a long trade. And if it does, it will move much higher, but I think at that time we will probably look for this. Probably I'm thinking about between $65. I think that's a range. I think we will probably look for it, and I'll repost it, this chart, in the next couple of days. Next is OVTI. This one I have a position in OVTI. So my first targets I'm looking for it is a 16.5 and 17.5. So that would be I guess, let's see, OVTI. Yes, its earnings are also due on February 28th. That's the end of this month. So I guess we'll probably wait and see if it reaches that point. Next one is an interesting stock here. This is the US Steel. This is right now it is just above its 200 period moving average, and also it's kind of a triggering its EL level. So the first target zone will be between 26 and 28. This is the little larger pattern because if you look at this 81 and 22, that's about 100 days. That's almost like 4 or 5 months out. So I guess we will probably be looking at price targets, so the time targets also in that time frame. But I'll be posting more about it as I see more of this price action. Next is a Nordstrom. Nordstrom and Target, and they all are pretty much coming out about the I guess the third week of February. That's where their earnings are. Nordstrom's is specifically on February 21. The target for this is a 58 and a half and 60 and a half. Next is Brocade. Brocade earnings are due on February 14th. That is this, I guess, day after tomorrow, which is so this has a pretty large ABC pattern, but I guess the quick targets for this one is between $6.50 and $7, and this is the one which I'm looking at it. This is triggered already my trade, so I am in it already. So now let's see, the next one is the CRM. Salesforce, I guess I've been posting about this stock also quite some time. This has if you go back and look at any of my old posts, you'll see this. This has a pretty solid, the ascending triangle breakout, and also it has an ABC, embedded ABC. So I guess the first target, I guess is the secondary targets. It's already traded above the first target. The secondary target has between 102 and 206, and that's what will be the next target for this CRM. This one, I don't have a position in CRM, but I guess I was thinking that it would actually come back to this 200 period moving average, which is about $22, and then form a decent ABC, because this is a this type of ABC below 38% retracement. I consider it as a flag. So I guess it may be breaking out of flags, and trading flags is a pretty much it's a difficult thing to do, but you could trade it if you're really short term, and then if you have a basically if you're trying to use some other logic. But so I just don't have a position in it yet, but just I thought that I would show you. This one is interesting. Broadcom, for the past few weeks, when it first came out with their earnings, I did have a position at the time, and I actually closed it. Actually, it expired at worthless zero. So what else happened was Broadcom. The stock went, it reached its the first target zone between 35 and 36 and a half, and then it retraced back, and I was actually surprised because even though they had a pretty good earnings, it actually fell, and now it's actually reversing it back, and it's trading above this 200 period moving average. So I'm thinking now that this may be again, today it went up by 42 cents. I still don't have a position yet at this point, but I'm considering it to take it, and I'll probably see it in the next couple of days to see if I can get into it again. If I do get into it, I guess I'll be looking for this first target is 35 and a 36 and a half, and the next one will be between 40 and 43, but that's probably a little bit little stretch, because at this point this is about 85-day cycle. So I guess we'll have to wait for it and see how that's going to work out. Next one is let's see, this is a Xilinx. Xilinx earnings are also, I guess, coming out. Not Yes, Xilinx is in April 24th. So here I do have a position in Xilinx, and I am actually looking for its target to reach about 39.41, and I think I do have a 39 calls. Let's look at Fossil. Fossil, I don't have a positions in it, but I think I just wanted to show you that this type of ABC is kind of a very tricky to trade it, because it's a kind of a if you look at it, it took 18 bars to reach this level of a B, and then it only took 7 bars to make a retracement. These type of things are which just can be traded, because I actually don't like these type of things, but it actually reaching its next secondary targets. And also one another thing which you consider these type of trades is you need to look at the price action here. There's a big gap down. I guess probably it's heading to close its gap somewhere at that point of about $125 price range. But I think that's what it may be happening. But the the price action within the ABC must also favor your trade. Let's look at Yahoo. Yahoo, I don't have a positions now, but I closed it. I actually did have until I think I probably traded until this 162, the secondary target, and then of course it's still trading much higher. I'm not sure where is the stop, but it's good to see that Yahoo is coming back. Next is Deckers. Deckers had today a little bit of a strange action. I guess today the 45 calls for trading just about I guess they were trading about $1, and then it came back, and it only traded about 10 cents up, but at one point it was up quite a bit. So I guess their earnings are due on February 21, so I guess it's probably getting ready for it, and so I do have a small position open still because I've closed 2 sets of it already. Next one is Nvidia. Nvidia's earnings are due tomorrow, which is February 13th. So here this has an ABC pattern, and then here again the target is between 13 and 13 and a half, and that is what I'm looking at it right now, the first target. And this is the one, I don't know if I really missed it. I knew that this pattern is forming. I was hesitant in taking it because I think this one really doesn't fit into my type of ABC pattern to trade it, because I do want at least close to 50% or more, and I was expecting it to come further down, but it didn't happen. But I guess before that it reversed and it started trading high, so I missed it, but I thought that I would show you this sprayer, and there's a couple of other stocks in the same educational sectors too. The last one I'm going to show you is I think we did the guidance already, so that's good. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your comments and suggestions. And I know I had a couple of audio issues last week, so I hope that I resolved it today. And I'll post again tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you.